but I wasn't even there. We go. Okay, I wasn't even thinking. So what do you think? You had something to say, Davis?
Oh, no, it's just nothing. Like, no, shouts to John, obviously. Again, last week's episode was great.
Ooh.
I was watching SoCal Cal.
Black John Stud.
But I was watching it with my girl. She was dying.
Worst stat man ever, nigga. Black John Stud is a horrible stat man. Get his ass out of here.
Wait,
he's a Niner fan. He's my guy.
You were watching the Black Rasslin podcast with your girlfriend?
Yeah. Live on
You are a loser.
You said she was laughing?
Yeah, she was dying, especially when the math and his fairies and all that. Yeah.
She enjoyed watching, even though she doesn't watch pro wrestling.
Yeah.
She probably watch it now.
Well, it was during the story, like the trip to New York story.
It was during our extended cold open. Got you.
Basically, yeah.
Hey, did anybody watch What If this week?
I haven't seen it.
What If?
No.
So What If is basically What If is basically an animated Marvel series, like based on like what if such and such happened. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
what if it's basically a pro wrestling podcast about what people wish would happen, essentially?
Yeah, so
fantasy,
like fantasy booking. It's fantasy booking Marvel. So the first week was what if something happened and Captain America couldn't take the super soldier serum and Peggy Carter took it instead.
And who?
Peggy Carter, Agent Carter.
Agent Carter.
Oh,
Haley Atwell, the British chick.
Yeah, so she became.
Yeah, he don't know,
you know what I mean.
I remember when I said Justin Thoreau one time, and he was like, "Who the fuck is Justin Thoreau?"
Who the fuck is Peggy Atwater?
Peggy Atwater is probably a real person, is what I'm.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Nigga, did you got a fruit cup?
But let Bam finish his, so I can say what I was going to say last.
Did you wave at the man when he handed you the fruit cup? He was like,
the guy was behind him when he gave him.
Anyway,
I didn't get this fruit cup from a fruit cup.
Wow, yeah, you got it from the fairies.
Wow. All right.
You see how you came back with violence?
Fucking violence.
I was gonna say.
Wait, I'm sorry. What you were saying, fam? What you were saying, fam?
Let Pam go.
What if?
So the what if is basically like it's fantasy booking Marvel. In the first episode,
shit, I know where he's going.
What if? You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. You know, somebody else took the super soldier serum.
Right.
Yo, Davis looked like John Cena didn't take the serum. Somebody else took it.
Davis looked like he was late for his super soldier serum shot. That's what it is. Damn, that was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it was like math to recording. Like,
I'm never getting a girl. I'm sorry.
F Queens, F Spider-Man.
Fuck all this shit. God, fuck a superhero. That's a damn shit. Now, who did Davis look? Davis looked like, I don't know which Hart son it was, but he shared it.
Oh, you were saying I looked like Blade Hart.
Blade Hart. That sounds crazy. I didn't realize it.
No, again, he named his kids Blade, Beans, and Dallas. You know why? Because Bret Hart is a fucking idiot.
You have the heart of a blade.
BlackWrestling.com is the website as always.
I wouldn't take that from the nigga eating out the fruit cup.
Yeah. And keeping that D to himself, I mean.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
This nigga math was stroking. So somebody, who was that behind the camera?
That was Uncle Trenchcoat.
Uncle Coat.
Uncle Coat. Okay.
Uncle Overcoat.
Uncle.
So Kevin Smith.
That sounds wild too.
No, it really does. I was gonna ask if there was a story we needed to know, but I don't know if that story would have been able to be told even before the show. Uncle Overcoat sound crazy.
His son.
It don't really.
Trenchcoat. Yeah, that's
no.
That's the whole story. His son's nickname is
Trenchcoat.
I'm just saying, it sounds crazy, especially for this podcast. Having an Uncle Overcoat sounds crazy. But anyway,
Wearing your uncle's overcoat.
Wearing your uncle's.
Oh, so what? You mean on like a 2 kids on top, one on the shoulders type? Like, hi, I'm an adult. Like that.
Nah, when yo, shout out to somebody that will remain nameless that picked me up from the airport wearing an overcoat and nothing else on.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! I don't know.
Real MVP.
I don't know when you went to see Rock, but that's crazy.
But real quick, I wanted to say this last week because even though it's past, but last week was the Locks versus Dipset. Again, I don't.
What the fuck do you know?
Let's go. No, let's
I don't know shit. But I just tuned in because like the presentation, I'm like, oh, this shit looks dope. Like the way the stage was and all that. But I'm watching Jada Kiss on screen, like doing his shit.
That nigga's good.
I'm like, no, I know this guy. I know him.
Oh no.
It's this motherfucker.
I know this nigga.
It's him. I was like,
it's Mathicus.
It's yes. And it legit. I'm like, you know what? It makes sense. Like the Chicken Coffee tweets that he always had. It makes sense because they're the same guy. I'm like,
he's really in the sneakers too. He's really in the
rapping and then like bumping and like the Jewel saying like I'm like this energy. I see it every fucking weekday. Like
this is what I'm trying to.
Wait,
it don't matter where I am. You gonna get. This is who the fuck I am.
Wait, then who's fam?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Fam.
Who's fam in the Locks? If you're Kiss.
No, I just have Kiss energy.
Yeah, that's why I'm like legit. Like it was the same energy. Again, the whole like, you know where I'm from. Like I don't live in Colorado. I don't live in fucking Miami. I live in New York. That's 1854. It's the same. It's the same shit. It's the Spider-Man shit. I'm like,
that's a good point.
What's going on?
Fuck that shit, Drip. You know what it is.
And then the whole like, it's good, not good enough. Like it's not about the title. It's about who you buy to get. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Now you asked the wrong question.
What was the question?
The question is, who is Dipset?
Dripset?
Don't you do it? Don't you not? Don't nobody answer the phone on this. It was just a.
Who's Dipset?
We the Locks. Nah, listen.
Who's the losers?
If we're the winners, who's the losers? I'm sorry.
Is it, as they say, like, is it Cal? All right, it's not just me. But no, I just had to say.
I don't know.
I just had to say that because I came to that realization last week. Man, this is legit. Like the captions would say, "Meanwhile, Cal went on to do this and that." The movie.
Fucking Drip, go ahead and kick some balls.
Nah.
MCPO niggas call him milk.
Oh, he's back. Oh no,
am I
showing my dry sockets with some deep pockets?
Hey yo,
do.
Thank you. Thank you. The dry socket started rotting his brain.
That nigga was really rapping?
Yeah,
he was.
MC dry socket.
My internet knew what time it was. It said, "Get the fuck out of here."
He said, "Nope."
Ugh, yuck.
MC dry socket got plugged in his pocket.
Boy, oh boy, nigga. Part 2 of the saga, the car saga.
There's still another part?
Nah, you know
yeah.
So after last week's drama with Cars and Queens, shout out to Queens.
Queens?
Even though Nas put out a great album, I don't fool with you, Queens. Nothing about you. Jungle. That was Jungle driving that goddamn car. Anyway,
that's funny.
He said, "My brother got an album coming out next week. I can't stop." So I leave my house Monday morning. It's already a Monday morning. Nobody feels like going to work.
Already.
A little bit early in time to kind of hit my favorite little carry out spot to go. So walk down my driveway, other side of the car, and I look at the back door on the driver's side, and it's dented up and all kinds of paint going down. I'm like, yo. We just
had that happen.
It just happened. So I'm starting to kind of survey the scene. Front door looks straight. And I look, and there is a paper on the windshield. I get close, there's a paper towel.
Damn,
no
time. Shit, I got to get to work.
A first name and a number, an out-of-state number, and a dang frowny face. And the word sorry.
Sorry.
My bad. Canadian.
Was it a woman driving?
It was. Ain't no man gonna leave. Sorry.
A nigga just gonna leave.
I mean,
basically, it was.
You know what?
It was
shout out to Jungle. And his hit and run the week before. That was Jungle. From now on, that was Jungle.
Jungle hit the car. Jungle hit the rental.
Yeah, 100%.
Damn.
And then
what ethnicity was the driver?
I am not 100% sure.
What was the name?
Don't say the name. I don't think you can say the name.
No, you can say the name.
I don't think you can say the name.
You don't know their last name. I mean, you do.
But it's one of those names where you can't tell if it was just like Earmuffs Davis, like nigga naming, or like super liberal, like
right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, so it is a nigga.
I don't know.
Maybe a nigga could be in the equation somewhere.
A nigga's always in the equation.
So
nigga's always
when something goes awry, there's a nigga involved.
It's a nigga right there like shit. Sorry.
You better not laugh.
Hey, again, I shared that episode yesterday. The first 11 minutes.
Jesus
if I had been here,
you guys remember when you guys had the niggies? Do you remember that?
Oh, the Niggy Awards.
The Niggy
I don't remember
Awards.
those.
You don't remember the niggas?
I don't remember.
No,
I definitely don't remember those awards. I was never around for any of that nonsense.
Oh Jesus. Man, we had the Nog of the Year. So I finally got the call back, yo. You gotta have a different kind of disposition to be a nigga that talks to people who have accidents every day. So I'm talking to the guy code nigga, right? Because I got her insurance and everything.
Oh, the guy code nigga.
Right.
Talk to the guy code nigga.
Jake,
that nigga
from State Farm.
Yo, this nigga talk like he just shot the dope. Yo, the nigga hit my car. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh shit! I mean,
you telling the story? This nigga sitting here.
Let me get your information. Yo, this nigga, I'm cracking jokes which he's finding funny while I'm telling him, like I'm me. So I'm cool about it, and he's reacting. So we're gonna have a claim adjuster call out.
Ah, shit. This nigga nodded off. 5 minutes later.
Yo, that's me at work.
To your crib when you go out there. You're gonna come out and check your car out. I was like, listen, yo, you and Big Bird and everybody from Sesame Street gotta get it together, man. You just come.
You gotta figure this out, champ.
You don't be doing that shit at work?
Sleeping?
Nope.
Like falling? No.
I knew you were gonna respond with that.
Yo, whoever was shitting in the urinal was definitely high.
Nigga, what? Nigga, what?
Nigga. So
watch.
The pisses in the men's bathroom on my floor at the job are the ones that come out of the wall a bit. They almost like a bicycle, so like a wide bicycle seat.
You can practice your aim on that. You can piss from the stall.
So I walks in,
You got that move. Yeah.
I walked
Just
in,
put that curve on it.
and there was a.
What is it? Fucking Wanted?
It's like fishing.
I don't know.
You know that bitch like
I'm
this.
sorry.
I walked in.
So you're never mind.
There is a very old, brown, non-African man.
What?
Sitting on the pisser.
What?
I only make it through. I make it through the second of the double doors of the bathroom.
Right.
You mean you don't do?
Buddy, and you know what I mean? About face.
Yeah.
I go and it's the folks that take care of the bathrooms is VSP. I go to the head VSP dude like, hey, yo, you gotta go in the bathroom. You gotta see what I just
He's
seen.
shitting in the urinal.
I ain't want nobody else see what I had just seen. It just
This
when I
nigga
tell
shitting
you
in
this
the
is an older gentleman from Baltimore. He was in his maybe early mid 50s or maybe early 60s.
And he said, "Oh shit."
He was as upset as I was at what he had saw. But you know, niggas at that age they care less about what they say. Man,
Right.
Get off that goddamn toilet. What's wrong with you?
He's supposed to shit in that goddamn urinal.
You supposed to ask him like, yo, is the water cold, my nigga?
Yo.
You can't flush that shit. That don't go down there.
Yo, that nigga, it ain't that deep. Like the goddamn toilet, the toilet man he had to be sitting on the toilet man.
That's gross.
But he's in there, right? When I walk in,
is his feet touching the floor?
Oh no, not the Kevin Hart.
Hey.
Not the Kevin Hart. That
nigga feet was like this on the floor and his toes was up.
Wee face ass. What the
I'd
fuck?
say if it was that bad, then he would have had like again the pants off or like on the ground. Then he would have been like, "Oh, I understand. Like this was
But
an
wait,
emergency."
all right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, could he just not make it to the toilet?
He might have 10
He
seconds.
Buddy
thought
was
the
in there.
urinal was a shitter.
Buddy was in there looking like this is what I'm supposed to do.
Like, can I help? Can I help you? Like,
Did he have? I mean, did he have like mental? Was like dementia or something?
I don't know. I think he just might have been just old and foreign. Like, nah,
And just
I
said,
don't know what
I
this look like, nigga. This
Yeah, I guess this is the toilet.
Trying to get it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, son. It was.
I've seen niggas on them close calls, yo. My son.
kids are different though. Kids are different.
Bullshit. You know when you got
You know when you gotta go.
toilet.
You know when you got
he-
the shit.
He's like, he holding his like, I gotta go. I'm like, nigga, you had to go 5 minutes ago. Now you got your dick in your hand. Come on. So we jetting, get to the bathroom. He pissed and he hit me with this. This is the shit that he hit me with.
Did them shoulders drop when he hit that? Yeah.
No, hold on. He hit me with this. Whew. That was close.
How old was he?
Motherfucker, this was last month.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
It was last month. Got me dead. I'm sorry.
I mean, that for like a 4-year-old kid to be like, I would be like, is he possessed by a 60-year-old? Like, like, God
You be
damn.
holding it, son. You be holding it. You be like, oh, I gotta go. There you go. And then you.
Like, yo, you got your dick. You holding your dick with both hands. Like, yo, you are in a bad position.
That's disgusting. What the fuck?
Double stopping. That's a double stopping. You let one hand. The problem is when you let that whore go.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's a fire hose.
When you hold the hose.
Oh, yeah, it's a Stone Cold Steve Austin beer truck.
You're pissed all over you. Shit.
Daddy, kid.
They don't care.
Kid, you can't hold the liquids.
Them little kids do not care.
Kids, man.
It's trash. It's trash.
Right after he was on, oh hell yeah.
God damn it, Drip. Niggas
Oh, come on. You know,
yeah,
come on.
that's good. That's what. That's what. Shit like that is why everybody else is Dipset, but we're not gonna get into
You know
that.
who you are.
Do they?
You know who you are, Hell Ralph. You know if you're Hell Ralph.
You got a specific. Do I have a Hell Rail picked out?
I got several. You stand in this place, and then he's gonna take the picture after you. A bunch of y'all motherfuckers.
I'm sorry, fam. I apologize. Niggas is back
With Davis.
with Davis, and niggas is black.
With Davis.
Davis. As always, it's the Black Rasslin Podcast, giving y'all wrestling from a title nigga perspective. That's just how it is this week. As always, it's your boy Cal, representing RockTheDub.com, the BRP delegation, and wherever else my aura makes its way known. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The squad is on the line and on the YouTube, youtube.com/Black Rasslin. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this video, pause, hit the red button, make that button gray, give us a like if we made you laugh, and then hit play again. But yeah, the squad is on the line. Please say what's good to the people, y'all.
Yo, IlFam790, your social media choice, aka Johnny Polo.
That's good.
I'm sorry,
That's good.
Johnny Polo G.
That's good. That's even better. That's even better. I like that.
Cal.
Hey, look, he about to take a shit. What's up?
Cal.
What's popping?
I mean,
Shit like Cal.
What's good, yo? What's
It's
up?
like the glitch in the Matrix. I seen it all, did it all. Most of them will pop for a minute, get their gimmick, then the game will get rid of y'all. Y'all got there, but y'all ain't get it all. We want our style back. Hate the C-Shop playing, call me man, the Repo Man. At Man Damon.
Repo Man. It's good, gimmick.
Damon. Damon.
Jesus Christ, the Repo Man.
yo, Matt Damon looked like he got to get back to the DJ competition after he robbed the store.
He wanted all the Jews. He wanted all. What a phenomenal film. I'm sorry, Blade.
My real life.
And of course, Davis, aka Drip, back and better than ever.
Oh shit.
Stat guy for BRP, certified white boy. Celebrating 1 year. It's been 1 year since
It's been a year.
first appearance.
And his sockets is closed, niggas.
It's been a year since Drip hung out in the comments of, was it our first live?
Yeah, 805 Live.
The initial 805 live. It's probably one of the few actual 805 lives we've done. We realized we needed a white stat guy, and it went from end of the month to this man just around all the goddamn time. So, how are you feeling, Drip?
About 1 year.
Well, again, you had a doctor go all up in your mouth last week, and I know you were.
Wait a minute. Who
I
was
couldn't
that,
even-
Dr. D?
It was a doctor of the D.
It was Isaac Yankum. That's who it was.
Isaac yanked him. He yanked it.
DDS. So it was 2 Ds.
I was gonna say, I mean, I am a man who's fond of double D's, but then you think of like the other double D's, not the
Jesus Christ.
I respect.
I do respect that.
Hey man, what kind of dope did the doctor give you? He had his hand and put all them things in.
Again, you guys are upset that I got ibuprofen and Tylenol. Like,
Man,
but
they don't
luckily,
like you.
I wasn't really in pain. Luckily, like
That's good. That's good.
So when you look at a skeleton, you know
just me as is.
You know the whores is connected to your skull, my nigga.
Right.
They can't. Like, don't give me some shit I can get from Target.
Right.
Yeah.
Or Family Dollar.
Yeah, shit that I take every day already. Like,
hey man, give me something I can shoot through the.
Facts.
Yeah. I need to put that in the vein.
My socket is dry. I just don't want
need that Billy Kidman shit.
That Billy Kidman. That
Juice me up, bitch.
Goddamn junkie.
They always play sad R&B music from the 70s when a nigga not know.
That's literally a scene from Snowfall. It's not, but it feels like one. It definitely, and it goes black. It goes to commercial.
Let me doing this.
No, that's good. That's good. I was surprised because I remember I got my wisdom teeth out senior year in high school, and it was a week. It was straight. But it's swollen and shit. Like you're not. I don't know. I guess you're fine. You was potting that weekend, wasn't you?
Yeah.
That shit
wasn't. I told y'all I was like, I'm good to go. Send the link.
They want to be on here look like the Godfather.
Yeah. And then,
we're gonna make him an opera. He can't refuse.
Yeah, you start fucking bleeding at the mouth and they yelling at me. I can't have that on my record. Nah. We take a week.
Mm-hmm.
Black John Stud was here.
Ghazi Osborne want to be like.
and to be fair,
Ghazi Osborne is funny.
And to be fair, it involved the New York story and all that. So his, he had some key input on that whole scenario.
He did.
He was there. He witnessed it.
Listening right now. He listening right now. Fuck you, nigga.
Hey.
Wow, it's my cousin. I could tell what the fuck I want.
I mean, he said worse shit to you.
I think what was important is that we realized that, you know what I mean, Black John Stud is the real size of Big John Stud.
Yeah. No, facts.
Again, he was towering over the car.
Facts.
Nigga, I towered over the car.
They was skateboarding home on that damn car. Right. Shit. I couldn't imagine. My wife asked how, because I told her, but she was like, the guy say, how they were feeling after the trip. I'm like, shit, they were just glad to be home. I told her, I said, once they got once the car got hit by jungle at 2 a.m. or whatever, the trip is a wrap. You what the fuck else can you do?
Any nigga named Jungle Jones probably drive like Donkey Kong.
Jungle Jones.
You ever seen Donkey Kong drive?
Mario Kart, yo.
This nigga's hanging out the car.
This gorilla.
Like, yo, the wheel is
up here and shit.
Bowser in his car is like Shaq in the Buick. Like, damn well you don't fit no Buick.
It's like Giant almost in that car, the Prius.
You mean Raw Tag Team Champion Giant almost?
Is he a champion? I don't know. I stopped paying attention.
Show it to him.
Do you want me to?
No.
Do you want me to?
Because it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time.
A week left.
A week left for what? SummerSlam, where I
like a full-blooded Italian promo on ECW.
Hi, I'm JT. What was his name? JT Smith. What was his name? That's me.
Phony Marmaluke.
I'm a full-blooded Italian.
Hey, look. You get the best pizza pie
you ever had in your life.
In New Jersey. All right.
Nah, that Jersey pizza is fire though. I ain't gonna hold you. at all. Especially if you from New York and you talking that pizza shit. Stop it.
I hear that bullshit.
I've been there. Stop it. Even the dollar pizzas.
Nigga.
Y'all got good pizza down there?
Vizzini's?
Nah. Vizzini's will give you the fresh sub. But if you had the Gianni's,
that's what I meant.
Fire.
I meant Gianni's.
It's actual Italian people that work in there?
Yeah, I think
the other niggas. Yes.
Well, no, I say that because
that's a nice oven you got there. Can you put the shirt in the oven?
glad you said Seinfeld and not Kramer because that would have been some other shit.
It's
We
a nigga.
it's a nigga. That was wild. I need that. That's the next drop I need to make. That nigga pointing up.
No.
Why not? He said it. Y'all love that man. See,
I
We're
love
not gonna-
Seinfeld.
we're not gonna go there. You know who
The show.
I never got into to Seinfeld. I watched one episode. I know a lot of the white kids I went to school with. They loved it. You not a fan, fam?
You not a fan, Q?
It smelled like
Bet
dude.
y'all probably love Curb, right?
Huh?
I love Curb. Curb's a good show.
Curb's awful.
Awful.
Yeah.
I couldn't get in the Curb either.
Off.
It's not interesting to me.
Yeah, and Larry David isn't good at doing the Seinfeld stuff.
But
Larry
there's
David is-
Even though
Larry
he's
David is
even
the
though-
Seinfeld stuff.
No,
No,
Jerry made
but-
that shit work. Even
Hey,
though I know Larry David is George, but still, it's not.
Hey, what's
What
the nigga that was writing Drake's rhymes?
Okay, fuck you for that.
No. Hold on.
Quentin Miller.
Quentin Miller is Quentin Miller, but he's not Quentin
Yeah,
Miller.
yeah, like
Drake.
we heard those reference tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, but Quentin Miller. What's the hot Quentin Miller song?
No, that's the thing. Like
That's the point.
I'm saying.
No,
Curb is
because
the-
Larry David. Look at all the seasons of Larry David with excellent Curb. I mean, it's damn near every one. I don't. The only Quentin Miller songs I know is the ones that he wrote for Drake.
We are not doing this
Why?
during the drip anniversary. We're not doing this.
Yeah, we can't do this during Drip Anniversary. He just got his sockets. He just got his sockets closed.
Why we can't?
This is so the cast of characters on Curb,
It's hilarious.
huh?
Susie Essman.
Huh.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm stating a fact. I've
What,
seen
her just being "fuck you, Larry." Like
She's fucking. And the fact that it's all freestyle, they don't write
that's
anything
what
down on
makes
that
it
show.
worse.
Are you kidding me?
I just don't like Larry David.
I can understand not liking a show, but saying the show is awful is crazy.
I didn't say that.
He did.
I know he did. I'm just
He
making
did.
it clear that I didn't
And these
say that.
niggas was on Twitter caping for Hobbs and Shaw.
That's this week.
We've
Caping for Hobbs and Shaw. You gonna tell me Curb Your Enthusiasm is awful?
No. You'll have to hear that. The BBD pod. Thanks for Davis to hear my thoughts on Hobbs and Shaw. Again, that takes place on Earth 2 of the Fast Universe. That shit's not.
My nigga. My
The what?
nigga. No,
The what?
that's not true.
It,
The
That's-
what universe?
That's not true because the nigga from the Hobbs and Shaw showed up at the
I
end of Fast
know.
9.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, really, again, same shit happened in the Marvel universe, where like the same shit would happen, but no.
My nigga, no.
Dwayne Johnson's playing Dwayne Johnson in Hobbs and Shaw. He's a whole. He's
Huh? Did you,
Don't-
wait, you said the what universe?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Jerry Lawler. Just Lawler it. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
We don't have the time to get. We recorded early last week. So the one thing that we didn't get, we probably wouldn't have had time to get to or even note about at that point was the death of Bobby Eaton. I feel like it's been a number of times where I've talked about that one particular Midnight Express Wild-Eyed Southern Boys tag team match at a Great American Bash 91. It's one of my favorite tag team matches just in terms of what makes tag team wrestling dope. And I think a huge part of that was how good Bobby Eaton just was in the ring, but specifically in tag team wrestling.
Bobby Eaton is very underrated.
Supremely underrated.
Very underrated. As a guy who wasn't, he was an NWA guy, Bill
Facts.
Wise. And I hated Bobby Eaton.
Did you?
Or did you hate Jim
Supposed to.
Cornette and
You're supposed
Okay.
to.
I hated Bobby Eaton whenever I saw him. The mullet made me.
The mullet.
yeah.
He stayed with that mullet for a minute too.
But he was like, he was like a high flyer, but he was like a mid-sized sedan.
He was
man.
he was
Yeah,
stocky.
he
He
was-
was a stocky dude.
He was John Daly. He looked like John Daly.
Yeah, he
looked
wasn't
like-
built. He, like you said, he was an NWA guy.
He does.
but he didn't look like he should be doing what he was doing.
Right.
And that's what made the motherfucker great. He was something. Bobby Eaton was something, and he had a good punch.
He was the first legit like that heel tag team, because them in rock and roll. I don't know if there's a better tag team feud in the 80s than Rock and Roll and Midnight.
That was huge. That was money. And mind you, Midnight, they beefed with the Road Warriors as well. But the Midnight Rock and Roll stuff, that was up and down. Any card where they were on was fire because of that feud.
Legit question. Like shit like that. What's the difference between that and then when we were early pandemic, when we saw the Street Profits wrestling Humberto
Andrade and Angel Garza,
whoever the fuck they were wrestling?
I
think
how
you see it, or the New Day and the Usos. It's
right.
It feels different. What's the difference?
We know too much.
Well, I think that's part of it. I think we know too much. I think
we know a nigga real name is Kevin.
I think
Steen.
Him too.
Even his fake name is Kevin.
Like the way those Midnight, like if you take a Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express match, like even though Midnights weren't like Road Warrior type dudes, you knew that their style of pro wrestling was vastly different than what Rock and Roll Express was doing. I think it's like once you get past like super kicks and diving off the top rope, Usos and New Day match like style, it doesn't feel like it's going to be that much different. But when you would see even Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane, Bobby Eaton he's flying off the rope. He's doing. Stan Lane was a fucking karate dude.
Correct.
He was in the middle of the ring doing savate kicks and fucking back fists or whatever. Like I think they were better at being more like having more individual styles back then. And I say that because WWE now, even though they are different, it's still a WWE formula. It's a WWE style. What were you gonna say, Drip?
I think because I think that Usos New Day feud is one of the greatest feuds of the last decade.
Yeah.
And what made it good is that New Day had the interchangeable members.
That's
Each match,
true.
I think, was a different combination and also for a different stipulation. I think they had 2 regular matches, then they had the street fight, and then Hell in a Cell. So like they told the story, it escalated from who's the better team, and then we're going to use this combination to beat you, and then all right, why was it there's no rules, and then why was it like all right, literally the 2 guys to walk out of here are better.
Right. I will say, but again, I think that kind of also.
And they had the whole rap battle as well, which made it.
Well, yeah, I mean, and again,
legendary.
Midnight Express had Jim Cornette. Again, it was like they had a very complete package at that time. But I think just then, I don't know if it's that cats were that good. I don't know if it was that that style of wrestling lent better to like a more there was something about the way those matches flowed, especially with the Midnights and the Rock and Roller Midnights and the Southern Boys or something like that, where the contrasting styles they bounced off of each other really well. And I don't know. I think these days, because there aren't WWE doesn't have that many tag teams, and B, when it comes to like different tag team styles, there's not that much of a differentiation, especially when it comes to how matches are worked. So I feel like the style has kind of just gotten more homogenized, especially in tag team wrestling in the WWE.
But like what Matt said too, like he hated Bobby Eaton. I think that's the thing that made it work is like people loved the Rock and Roll Express or the Road Warriors and hated the Midnights no matter what. We both loved the Usos and the New Day. It was like that's a real like who you picking, like, one match I want to root for them, the other match I'm going to root for the other team. Like
I liked Bobby Eaton. When he split and he was a low key baby face doing the Alabama Jam as his finisher.
Alabama Jam.
I was not expecting him to be doing a top rope leg drop as his finisher.
That's what I'm saying. That shit doesn't make any sense.
But then he went back heel, joined the Dangerous Alliance. Because that group is elite. Him and Arn together just working matches for me was always some ill shit. But
they're the same.
It's two arms, my nigga.
Yeah.
Spider-Man meme. Yeah.
That's what. But
Aaron
ironed and iron.
Hold on, what is it?
I don't know what the actual thing is.
Aaron earned and iron earned.
Aaron earned and but it makes sense. I understand it. I get it.
Yo, you know what though?
Shit.
So I listen to the place. Sometimes you gotta go to the source. So I listened to Cornette's show this week because I knew he was going to be on there crying and but you get the best Bobby Eaton stories. The thing that I kept hearing all week, I was listening to like Busted Open. I was listening to people calling there. All the wrestlers talked about. Apparently, this nigga was always prepared for everything. Like, if a nigga didn't have like some toilet paper on the arm, he might have.
Yeah. I was like, if someone's gonna run in the ring, switchblade, like.
But like they was like, but if you lost the button on your gear, this nigga would have an extra button and would be able to sew it on for you. They say he was really like.
So he's a fucking Boy Scout.
They say he was like a really legit nice guy, and the nigga just kind of looked out for the boys in the locker room. They say he called everything in the ring. Really good wrestler, man. Shout out to beautiful Bobby. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Wait, 62?
Damn, that's young, man.
62, yeah. Damn, and he been married to his wife Donna since 81.
That was her pops was a promoter, I believe.
Oh, he's trying to get over.
No, wait, I don't know, but it looks like she passed away in June. I didn't realize
saw that and was like,
Smart motherfucker right there. No, I hadn't realized she passed away in June from breast cancer.
Makes sense.
And then he was hospitalized. Well, I'm sorry. He had
like a fall.
Yeah, it looks like he said he suffered a fall at his home, breaking several fingers and injuring his hip. This was this past July.
That's 60, dog. That's
that'll fuck you up. 10 days before his 63rd birthday, he was found by his daughter Taryn, who recently moved in with him to help him monitor his health, which I don't know. It's crazy. It's a sad situation. Shout out to Bobby Eaton for real. If you want to talk about tag team pro wrestling and haven't watched his work, do the fucking research. I don't know where you do that at this point, but go take a look at what the fuck that man's done. Actual legend. It's crazy. The other thing that happened last week that we weren't able to talk about because of timing and when shit was going. That last Friday was nuts. It was.
Oh yeah.
I think it was a total of 13 people released from NXT. Obviously, names that people like Leon Ruff got let go. Bobby Fish, Bronson Reed.
I think he's 41 or 44. I looked it up the other day. Let me double check.
Bobby Fish?
Yeah. Bobby Fish is in. Yo, his mom. He's that mom.
44. He'll be 45 in October.
Damn.
45.
Yeah. His name can still get him over in the Indies for sure.
Oh, it looked like he was around a number of different spots too. So I mean, shit. I imagine ROH would take him back. He was only just there, right?
Yeah. Well, that's where he was before NXT and all that. Yeah, he was in the.
He'll be fun.
He was Red Dragon with Kyle O'Reilly.
Red Dragon.
Yeah, that was their tag name.
Yeah. Is that right? Was he trying to be Japanese?
I mean, there were two guys that did MMA and wrestled in Japan occasionally. So
two gaijin.
Two guys.
Interesting. I never paid attention to that stuff.
The Red Parrot. They closed down, but they had some good food.
The Red Parrot.
Yeah.
As a Chinese spot?
The miso soup was
Yeah.
yes. And the sushi, the motherfucker in the back that would chop up the sushi. A1 nigga. Real shit.
It was a little old man.
It was
Sitting
3 of them bitches.
just
3
rolling
of them
fucking.
old
Didn't you just tell a story about being at the hibachi and not being impressed? Like, who you were with was not impressed by.
I was right, like yo, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't. You know what I mean? He wasn't. You're like, yo, that's not even a volcano, my nigga.
you do it.
You come on,
Yeah.
man. I can chop up better fried rice.
Jesus.
I can do this shit.
Matt's like, I could do this shit too.
I can do this shit. Just give me 2 pans, nigga.
Is that all you need in a spatula?
All I need is 2 pans of spatula and some soy sauce. Yeah, that will jump it.
And a fucking a spray bottle of water. That's all it is. You just squirting water in the shit. Anyway, so y'all think Bobby Fish could go ROH? Leon Ruff?
You know,
He's like 17 years old. He's got to have a right. I'm saying, like,
but he's
he's
a smaller guy.
he's
25.
He's cheeseburger 2.0.
Yeah, I'd say he's a way better worker than. No offense to cheeseburger, but he's a better worker.
Chicken.
McNugget.
McNugget.
McChicken is on the list of
He's
possible
like
names
a
of the episode.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
he's
he's a
my
small
guy
guy.
because he represented guys like me, short guys that don't weigh
You
shit.
can't
Like
be $1.15.
That's my guy.
You can't be $1.15. You weigh as much as a JanSport, nigga. Like, Jesus Christ. Like,
with the straps pulled all the way down.
let's
Yeah,
go, Drip.
That's ready to go.
is that Dallas? Come on.
That's that. Let's go, Drip.
Like I'm Yoda.
White folks crazy.
I'm sorry, Drip. You a fool. So, but we don't think Leon Ruff is too small to get a serious
Rush
run
is
anywhere
like
else.
5'6". Come on.
I don't know. Leo Rush was he.
Let's not act like Leon Ruff can't wrestle though. Come on. He does
Leo
all this
could
shit.
Leo could go though.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
it's true,
sitting on
true.
the front of a urinal. That's where you was. You sitting at the urinal.
He was sitting on it the reverse way. Like
The fuck is
You was
going?
facing the wall.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Hey, were you holding the flusher?
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. That is nasty. That is nasty.
This nigga reverse cowgirl the urinal, yo. You gotta relax.
Do I add that as a potential title as
no,
well?
no. Reverse
It's too
cowgirl.
late.
You're
Right under McChicken, reverse cowgirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. You didn't. That's what.
It had to
That's apparently that's Leon Ruff's nickname.
It will. Well, if yeah,
He was like,
he's not cheeseburger 2.0. He's McChicken. McGriddle. But where can he can't go to like a don't think I look. He can't
Wait, I
wrestle
just
Marco
think about-
Stunt in AEW. Look how little that nigga is. He down here. That's a tall, tiny man.
That nigga can go get busy in Impact.
Leon Ruff probably could.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember when Eve said his name was Mick Griddle. I think that was going to be his rap name. I just remembered that.
Mick Griddle.
Shouts to Eve.
Piece of the black announcer. Mick Griddle is ridiculous. Wait, Matt, if you don't think he can go anywhere, he can't go to Pro Wrestling Gorilla,
Yo,
Look at some of the people that Impact have. Come on.
MLW or some
definitely
shit
smaller.
like.
It's
He
definitely
can- he can
smaller
go- he
niggas
can go
without names
somewhere,
that can
but-
go get busy.
going somewhere. So using this as leverage, and then using the next place that you go as a stepping stone to get somewhere else. That's how I look at it.
Mhm.
So if you leave here, we automatically assume you're going to get a job somewhere because you're a WWE superstar.
You hope. Yeah, you hope.
So, but you have to use the next place that you landed as leverage to get possibly back to the WWE, or it's whatever level competition it is.
Yeah, pull a Drew McIntyre.
What's the probability of that happening?
That's another
somebody
conversation, though.
For somebody at that size.
So he's
He's not Leo Rush. Let's keep it a buck.
No,
That's
Leo Rush
his little
is,
nigga.
Leo Rush
Nah.
is like that's rare.
No, but he's more in the vein. What's the nappy head dude from with the ill braids from Maryland?
Rich Homie Swan.
Yeah, he's in the vein of that guy. That's the
What
level of
what
guy.
vein
you
have you been hitting?
The one that the guy on Geico was hitting.
But he's the same. He's a smaller wrestler, and that's because that's where what's his name was on the roster. It's not like it's not like he was great on the like superstar on the mic.
Listen,
I think Matt's argument is that he doesn't do as much flips as Rich Swann to like make that an even comparison.
Have you seen? Yeah, no. Matt didn't say that because Matt's seen Leon Ruff matches. He knows the nigga do all the flips.
No, but he wasn't doing
that's
450s and like
that's
that in NXT. He was doing the
yeah.
parkour, like jumping from rope to
NXT
rope.
maybe not, but beforehand with him and AR Fox together,
Yeah,
they was doing all the flips.
I don't know. You know what? I wish him the best. I hope he can land somewhere and
Words.
something. So I don't want to continue like to talk down on him because I'm not. I'm kind of iffy about him landing somewhere. And
I think I will say compared to Malachi Black or some of these other cats who, I mean, they didn't like what the last time I remember a Leon Ruff match is when what's the name Omni-Man him throughout the whole fucking the fucking CWC. He got murdered, and I don't think after that match I don't think he really got any shine.
Yeah, one feud after that, I think.
So
after he lost to Swerve Scott, he hasn't been on TV since that.
Oh, that was it. I thought
he might have had one promo, but he didn't have a match.
So I get I guess you're gonna have to. I think you're gonna have you're gonna have to hope that somebody sees the potential in him and doesn't judge him based off of the fact that he looked very good in a lot of losing efforts during his tenure at NXT. Aside from the title win, I think that's the only thing.
I think this is one of those instances where the WWE going to the WWE is what hurts you. I think
it can.
This is one of those times. But I hope he can. So he can. I definitely see him in MLW, but again, from that,
he'd have to work. He'd have to work.
You gotta work because this motherfucker. You got Myron Reed over there.
He'd have to outwork Myron Reed. He'd have to outwork Leo. He'd have to outwork anybody who is.
He'd have to outwork these people. I think he would be able to put on dope matches with these people.
Mm-hmm. What would you have to say, man?
So outwork might not be a word, but when I think of MLW, I think of Myron Reed.
You think he'd have to keep pace, like keep up with them.
So you gotta be somewhere in that conversation, or you're gonna be Jordan Oliver.
And I'm not. And the thing is, I'm not even talking about work rate. I'm specifically talking about this man delivering these promos that getting people talked into a match. Like I think he needs something.
Well, you know what? Not Jordan Oliver. I'm thinking of Cotto Brazil. You see Cotto had, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, Cotto, and then where's Cotto?
Right. It was potential momentum there, and it kind of I don't know if that was COVID or what, but I feel like it's been a minute since we've really It's been a minute since he was rocking the merch on the show, but
real quick, he lost to Pete Dunne the week after losing to Swerve Scott in the Falls Count Anywhere match, and then back in July he had a match against Grayson Waller on 205 Live. But only 2 matches since that Swerve Scott match where the Hit Row debuted.
When was that?
That was in May, early May.
Well, yeah, I guess that Friday there was also Desmond Troy. He announced on Twitter that he was also released after the 12 names.
Denzel Dejournet.
His last name, his real last name is a lot. He said, what'd he say? He tweeted something about people with strong names, and he was like, well, with a name like his last name, I should
Denzel
have the best luck of all
yeah.
or whatever. But the question we've been having, like, I think the conversation we've been circling around that's coming to the forefront now is like, what? I don't. Does the WWE? Do you think do you guys think the WWE knows what they want to do with NXT?
Yes, they do now. And what do you mean by they? That's another question.
Vince McMahon.
Oh, he wants it to go. Listen, he wants it to know its place. It is the nigga of the WWE, and it's because him and Triple H got into a pissing contest, and Hunter lost. Paul lost.
Nigga, you can't win. You can never go.
The thing is, it's. I guess the first problem is that be like Drip and Math beefing, or like me and Drip. Like, why we're on the same. Like, we shouldn't be competing. Like, if the idea is it's a system that's going to bring talent to the main roster,
because Triple H again saw himself as a guy who's going to be running the company, and then Shane McMahon was in the other corner, like, I bought that, and then.
But you're right. But in the middle of that is NXT, which it's been hard to tell over the last couple of years. Like at one point, it was obviously the developmental system. You look at the Bray Wyatts and the Roman Reigns. All those people have come through NXT successfully. AEW comes in, and NXT gets positioned in a certain spot. And when that happens, I think the idea for a lot of people was it's going to be the third brand. That's what it, and that was what it was promoted when it's a separate entity at Survivor Series. It's, the whole build is that NXT is its own thing. I don't know. It's hard to tell if, like, because it could be that they failed at making it a third brand. It could be that, like Fam said, Vince probably saw, what, Triple H, I gotta prove to you that you're still in the back of the bus. You're not sitting in the driver's seat right now. It's hard to tell, and they won't be forthright with anything. But it feels like somebody shit the bed, because I saw something where they said they're doing changes to NXT. There's talk of a new logo, new lighting, a focus on younger talents. That they might be switching up the NXT TV show.
They talking about no more old niggas.
Yeah.
I think that Samoa Joe thing really did something. I think that Samoa Joe thing, where Vince got rid of him, and then Triple H said, "Nah, nigga, you bugging. Yeah, come work for me." And he was like, "Nigga, y'all work for me."
Right. We the sponsor.
And look what happens. Like, Finn Balor goes back to SmackDown as well, and he's the guy who's already over 40.
Finn Balor, the smartest person on the whole roster. So word?
Yeah.
Oh, word? I see y'all.
No,
I
know. I bet Finn Balor was like, "Fuck, I'm going back to SmackDown," and then this stuff for the XT happens. Like, oh well, I guess better out here than there.
And is Triple H Tom Brady? And
Or is he Bill
Vince McMahon is Bill Belichick? This nigga hasn't won in a while.
No, but Brady just
And he's
won.
It's only been one. It's only been 1 year because
Nigga won.
Think about it.
He was winning.
He was winning. All the
Triple
years.
H was winning.
that's the shitty thing is, again, those takeovers are better than the pay-per-views that were competing with the
That's
same
a
weekend.
fact. The
That's
nigga
really, I
was
think, what
winning
pissed-
without him.
Yeah, that's what pissed him off. And then again, when he calls these people up and they don't work
And then they
to
don't
his
win.
liking.
Is he blaming Triple H? Like, why you don't want to do it over here?
Why you ain't tell me he was ass?
And it was dirty, Mackie, yo.
You let me pick this nigga for my team. He can't shoot.
You knew he was ass.
You knew his jump shot was ass.
No, because again, like look at Keith Lee Survivor Series weekend Royal Rumble, and then look what happened when he goes on a Raw. He's got a new fit, new theme. It's like the one guy in charge of all that.
But that's what
is the same guy who put him on those two scenarios, but for some reason he wants to do something different.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if they were really moving at one volume, if when NXT passed the baton, WWE could just grab it and keep running, you wouldn't have that type of situation with Keith Lee because they would already know what would work. It's almost like they're saying, "Oh, that works over there. Make it work over here." And it's not. We know it's not a 1-to-1. We saw the shit with a Bayley. There's been a number of people who get neutered when they get to the main roster, and it's because at some point, I think they missed the mark on the transition because there's never really a transition. It's just one day a motherfucker shows up on Raw or SmackDown. There's no easing into that. There's no shedding of the bullshit that works in the NXT crowd and may not work for 800, 10,000, 30,000, 50,000, whatever people. Killed the whole set. But
That was
Shockmaster, our partner is.
I am the Shockmaster. But no, it's one of those things where it doesn't feel like they're properly prepping for the future. And I don't know, like I don't know if that's all on Triple H if they don't have a good game plan together. You can't blame the one nigga if you're not ready to accept the pass. You ain't even thought about the formation. That's all I'm saying.
There are two cases too. Like look at the Finn Balor thing. He went up there, beat Roman Reigns the first night on Raw. Then he wins the title at SummerSlam and is injured. I think that probably Vince McMahon started on that. Like he's injured. Like he's no good to me. Damn. Like
that shit was fire.
That shit does happen though.
Fire.
I agree. But
Vince will change on the motherfucker on a dime.
Vince McMahon's like, I was ready to push you. You fucking got injured. Stupid. Like,
that shit does happen.
This is the same nigga that got hurt sliding into the ring.
Well, but that's because he was on his cycle. You know,
he was on his cycle. That sounds crazy.
Not that kind of. He was on them peds.
Yo, he's a little muddy this Wednesday.
That's gross.
And then the other one is like, as soon as Karrion Kross was healthy, he should you think that he'd be a Vince McMahon guy, tall guy, tattoo like the gimmick, Scarlet, and then Vince McMahon sees was like, who you're not gonna get any of this.
It's weird. Is this why we don't know what Adam Cole's gonna be doing after SummerSlam?
It's why they called that nigga to SmackDown in the emergency secret meeting. Mm-hmm. It was like, listen, brother, look.
And apparently, like the reports said, like
these niggas filthy. You got to get away from around them niggas.
That Vince McMahon ended up liking Adam Cole, which I'm like, no. He as soon as Adam Cole left, he was like, he's short. The fuck am I gonna like?
Who is this?
No, he walked in the room.
100%.
He said, Sean, wait, what? Never mind. I thought you were someone else. That's what happened.
Sean, that nigga said, hey, get out of here. We got men business to talk about. You got out of here now, girl.
He's like, no, I don't need my room cleaned today. Sorry.
Jesus.
Hey, somebody get housekeeping out of here.
Where's my water? You didn't bring my water. I don't fucking know. But no, what's happening with our drip? Are you upset?
About
that your mans could. What you mean about that your mans could be potentially gone? We're not gonna act like you ain't ganged up with them niggas. Kylie Watson.
Okay.
Because I was listening. Kylie Watson is done.
I was listening to some old episodes, and the amount of hatred you guys had for Adam Cole back then is
that wasn't my fault.
It wasn't hatred.
That wasn't my
fault.
No,
you were like, no. It wasn't. Matt was like, he's not good. Like
he wasn't.
And fans like, no, he's good, and Matt's like, no, he's not.
It's not hatred.
And Cal's like, fuck him.
That was
100% hatred.
It's not my fault.
It's not. Yo, I've seen this before. I saw it.
No, because you were like,
I've
name a
seen
good
it
Adam
before.
Cole match, and then Fam was like, against Johnny Gargano, and he was like, okay, that's one good match. All
That
right.
was a good match. That shit was fire.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
That
That
shit
sounds
was
like
fire.
That nigga good. He ain't real.
Yeah, that was like, okay, that one time. All right,
That's
name
funny.
a different time.
That shit was
Again,
fire.
so-and-so. And then, again, Daniel Bryan, and then Matt was like, okay, that was also a good match. You know, and I'm just like, the hypocrisy.
Man,
Nah,
fuck
what
him.
I'm saying
wasn't
is,
my
like,
fault.
yo, I've seen this match before. I've
whole
seen
shit.
it a million times on NXT.
Yeah.
Yes, he's had that fucking Gargano match was fire. The Daniel Bryan match was fire. I think did he wrestle Seth Rollins on SmackDown?
Yeah.
Yes.
That
It was
shit
again,
fire.
it ran short like the Daniel Bryan match, yeah.
That shit was fire. But during those matches, I'm like, yo, we didn't see the Tequila Sunrise, and we
It
didn't
was
see a million,
it's TV, that's why.
and we didn't see a million super kicks.
Okay, no.
This shit was fire. I mean,
Am I-
that was my argument. That was my argument. I'm like, yo, y'all are running with this Shawn Michaels shit too far. Let Adam Cole be Adam Cole, but he's playing into this Shawn Michaels shit too. So
Well, Shawn Michaels is the reason he's playing into that, because Shawn Michaels starts booking in NXT in 2019 when they do the Johnny Gargano feud. Because Shawn Michaels is like, Johnny Gargano's kind of like me, too. Like, he's a short guy who throws super kicks.
Oh, all right.
No, that's a fact.
It is a fact.
Yeah,
No, it is.
that mic has got to be 20 feet from man.
All right.
I love it. I love it.
But am I
I love
right? If Adam Cole was really leaving, they would have been like the loser leaves NXT. They would have given that stipulation. Like, that way they had an out. Like, he's not
That
leaving.
nigga gone.
Are you upset if he leaves? Are you watching NXT still if he leaves? Trip.
Yeah, I mean, they still got Kyle O'Reilly, yeah.
Yo, if
And I'm more of a
Adam
Kyle O'Reilly
Cole
guy
is-
than an Adam Cole guy.
if Adam Cole leaves, I am ecstatic because I want to
Matt is going to
see.
start watching NXT.
I want to see how many people switch the tune.
Word.
They're gonna switch the tune, and then if he lands at the other show,
Rampage.
it's oh my god, I'm going to love it.
Those fans might have to take a shower that night. Like, oh my, like Adam Cole showed up. Like,
That's funny.
Drip.
I'm going to love it.
Drip. You take showers on a regular basis?
every day.
You wash your legs.
I told you I wash my legs. Remember?
Your girl takes showers. No, I'm not. No, your girl takes showers on a regular basis.
I assume so. Yeah. Like, I'm not there to watch. Like, hey, you showering?
But you might have to ask. You might have to ask. Say, girl, how many times your mama, your daddy washed you when you was growing up? It was once a week.
This is
Listen,
great.
I ain't gonna lie. Younger, I ain't want to take no motherfucking baths either.
You
nigga.
ain't want to take. You didn't like taking the
I'm
bath.
just again the video of Matt. That's him running away from the shower. Shower.
That's a
No,
fact.
that nigga was
I'm
stroking.
5, my nigga. I ain't
That nigga was stroking.
Stroking to the east.
He started walking back. He knew the nigga was filming. He said,
Hey,
Yeah. That's when he knew, like, I'm gonna be a star one day. Like, oh,
nigga,
shit.
smooth buster move, isn't he?
he knew what it was. Oh my god. They Matt, they used to have you dance in front of company.
Nah.
Nah. They said, nigga, show him the dance. Show him the dance.
Yo, I was just.
Well, that ain't nothing but the whole shuffle butt.
like basically like Goonies. Come on, do it.
No,
No,
facts.
Do
I was
it.
just a big kid. So motherfuckers would just say like, "Yo, why is he so fucking big?"
They want to fight you?
No,
Nigga, put your hands up.
You like
Well,
you the
you look dirty.
sideshow, my nigga. Huh?
You
They
were,
look dirty.
you were a freak.
You look Reggie, not Reggie.
They put you behind a cage and put a sign. Look at this big nigga.
Baby,
look at this big nigga. 50 cents to see the big nigga. Look at this. Look at him. He's a.
You were a child, Scott Steiner.
This child is 2
I'm
years
a
old.
I'm in a diaper.
Hey yo, nigga, man, Cuz was the first nigga niggas knew they used to make himself fall out. And they will hold
What?
his breath.
Right.
They will hold his breath and pass out.
And pass out.
On purpose.
To throw a tantrum? Like, man, go to
Okay.
Yo, my mom's.
Wake up.
My mother would go on a date. I just pass out.
Damn, that's trauma.
So she wouldn't go.
That's trauma.
Pass smooth the fuck out.
And then that one time you did it and she wasn't there.
You got
Little did he
super
know the alternative was for her to stay with his daddy.
All right, Matt.
I mean,
because you said this story on the pod on the episode I listened to.
If Math walked into his mother's house and his father would be upstairs, this nigga will hold his breath again.
I will pass out. Oh my god.
So Matt, on an episode I listened to yesterday, you said that your grandma called you and she said, "Someone, why is my cable bill so high?" And you said, then you said it was your dad ordering, and I was like, nah.
I love it.
You said that he dented the couch.
Drip. I'm telling you, all this shit. This shit is not. I'm
no, I never believed that you're lying. I was like, no, that your grandma's genuine reaction was, "Why is my bill so?" You're like, "I don't know why that bill's." After you look at it, like,
that nigga did it.
It's like,
I don't know.
Yo, the bill says
your word said, "Grandma, someone's been ordering movies."
Yo, this shit says like wet black butts, and I'm like, come on, son.
And you said, "How are you doing this with your own mother in the house?" And I'm just like,
I know how. I know.
Everybody started doing it when their mother was in the house. They just had to be
no
quiet.
bullshit. All your socks can stand up on their own.
I don't know why that butt takes so long to shower.
You and that motherfucker practicing.
Nigga be in the shower for 13 hours. God dang. Came up.
I was listening to that, and I was like, oh my god. Like, every time Matt tells a story, it's the greatest shit ever.
I never told y'all the story when my father asked me to go to the whole house with him.
I've never heard this story before.
I think I may have.
He legit was like, "Hey, you want to go get your dick sucked?" I said, "Hold on, what? Excuse me?"
I'm 8. It's you in that video.
Nigga, I'm 8.
Go say hi to this hoe.
It's you in that video. Like, you know where we're going.
Yo, he legit asked, like, "Yo, you want?" You know, he said, it started. He said, "You haven't been to a whole house?" What?
Is that like a White Castle?
You want to go get your dick sucked? I said, "Hold on, what? Excuse me?"
Are we really having this conversation?
I beg your pardon.
And yes, and I'm like, yes, I do want to go get my dick sucked.
But actually,
but I'm not riding with you. That's absolutely weird. That's weird.
Imagine the ride home. Y'all niggas, oh boy, everybody looking out the window.
Like, yo,
yeah, it's definitely just like
it's two twins riding in the car. These motherfuckers look exactly the same. One of them just bigger than the other.
Both of them niggas got, you know that
So
rag the niggas carry in the summer.
Don't do nope. Nope.
Or the story when we walked in the bank, and when we walked in the bank and they thought we were going to rob the bank, and then he threatened to rob the bank.
You know, I wasn't even going to do that today, but now,
bitch, I might actually rob them. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I swear, I can't make this shit up.
Shouts out to fathers. I would share some stories with mine, but as you can see,
this pod has allowed
you
me
didn't
to
show up for the pod today.
This pod has allowed me to reconnect with my long lost father, Matt. So,
as you can see,
I got sad a little bit. He was like,
as you can see, shouts out to fathers. Now, so Adam Cole, currently still with WWE. I guess we'll figure out after. Well, they're saying the latest contract extension was signed for after SummerSlam.
So,
But
Yeah,
AEW has been apparently they did send him an offer though.
Yeah,
So,
for one.
Can we talk about what is implied by all of these conversations? Is a great deal of folks think all elite is trending up, and other than SmackDown, WWE is trending down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The SmackDown and NXT, I guess you could say.
No, because NXT it's still.
They were staying. They were staying where.
They were. But with this news, like in 3 months, it'll be interesting to see what NXT.
It feels like NXT is going to be a different situation. Yeah,
Like they about to. They not re-upping that contract, champ. That's about to be OVW again.
Yeah. When they said it's going to be younger talent with a new look, I was wondering if it was going to be OVW. Fucking what was John Cena, the prototype and all that shit?
So cause will you finish? My bad.
Yeah, my question is first of all, are we worried about AEW or is it a thing where AEW is about to become the number one company? Is that a possibility? Is that where we headed?
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
Don't forget what Friday is.
Yeah.
Second show.
Friday's second fire.
Second show, Chicago.
That's next week.
Going to be fire.
Chicago's going to be SummerSlam go home show weekend. That's that Friday.
No, I think Chicago's this one.
This is tomorrow.
It's the 13th or the 20th.
Isn't it the first dance? Is why they're called it for Rampage, or is that next week?
Well, the first Rampage is Friday. Right. I don't know if the first Rampage is in Chicago though. I think that might be the second Rampage.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
That shit is going to be fire.
Fridays are going to be Fridays now with SmackDown and Rampage because it's going to be two assuming they got 3 title matches booked for the first Rampage, which is what they do. But something tells me Rampage
next week is Chicago. The first
next week Chicago.
I thought they were calling it the first dance because it was the first episode and it being in Chicago. That
would make sense. That would make sense. I forgot the first dance stuff.
Oh no, we know why they're calling it the first dance.
So next Friday is going to be fire.
It's going to be a problem.
I don't know about the rest because whatever Roman Reigns is doing is.
So it's go home show for SmackDown, which is Cena, Reigns, Sasha, Bianca.
The last go home show that lived up
Edge,
to
Edge, Seth.
The last go home show that actually felt like a great go home show was Undertaker and CM Punk. When Paul Heyman came dressed out like Paul Bearer. That was the last go home show I thought was amazing.
That was a good one. I forgot about that.
Doesn't care about go home shows
not like they used to.
Care about. It's why we always disappointed in the go home show. That was your go home show.
But they used to. They used to.
You're gonna be there.
It was a network era. That's why it was a network era. No one's gonna have to buy you. You're already subscribed.
Dog, when you mean to tell me your go home show ain't gonna be fire when they coming from Chicago?
It's got to be, but it may not be. It may not be. They've done a lot of things where you thought it was going to be fire, and they would just say, "Fuck it, we're throwing softballs because we don't give it. We already got. Look at all this money they got. It's over here. It's stacked up. They don't give a shit. They really don't.
Mind you, their show starts at 10:00, right?
Rampage
it's supposed to be 10. Basically, when SmackDown ends is when they start.
Jesus, that's smart.
Yeah,
I'll be watching wrestling all Friday.
They said it from the beginning that they were like, we're going to do Friday nights, but after the other show is done.
Fire. It's going to be fire next Friday.
We'll see.
Do we think, is this bad in the long run, the second show this early? Because again, Thunder is what ended up killing WCW even more.
That's a good point.
It was only launching during dying days.
But it took them a while though. Nitro was by itself for a minute, but you're not wrong. I hadn't thought too much about because this is what they have: Dark, Elevation, Dynamite, Rampage every week.
So is Dark and Darker or Darkest still gonna be a thing?
They have to be.
Yeah. Because that's basically before the shows. It's just dark matches before the shows, so that can work.
So that's not going to be happening on Friday.
No,
they not putting them niggas on TV.
They'll probably do.
Why would they? It's not the YouTube show.
This is why I thought they had a second show.
That's the other thing is they're also signing a lot of talent, and they fill this TV, and that's why I'm like, still ain't getting on TV. But I think they are going to try their hand at a female main event coming up soon.
They should.
Well, I think they already are.
Red Velvet tomorrow.
Yeah, that's always that's going to be a main event.
Because
the alternative is Kenny Omega and Christian.
Did I not call that 3 months ago
for the Impact title? Yeah.
But wait, they wouldn't have that. You wouldn't have Kenny Omega as the main event.
They're gonna face for each other for the AEW title at All Out.
Right, so that's not the they. I don't know if you have the Impact title as the main event, do you?
But I'm saying Kenny Omega. I'm not saying Impact title. I know they got title matches there, but
you do Kenny Omega Christian first to draw the rating, to pop the rating in the first hour to make it look like a success.
So then, what is Kenny Omega? Because they wouldn't put Hulk Hogan at the beginning of Saturday Night's main event to pop a rating. That nigga would still be in the main event because he was the fucking champion. Impact. AEW, regardless, this string bean nigga is not good enough to be at the end of the show. He has to be at the beginning so the kids can see him. John Cena would be in the wrestling for the world title at the beginning of a Raw.
But John Cena has opened up every Raw.
Yeah, open up Raw.
He'd be on
that
twice.
Oh, so because Kenny Omega can't talk, he has to wrestle at the beginning of the show.
That's a fact.
So then, who's the star of Rampage?
Britt Baker.
They want.
The biggest star on that female roster is somebody who they're slowly bringing along after getting a hot shot. But we talked about that already.
I think it's funny that
it'll be the women's champion and the TNT champion will dominate Rampage.
The first Dynamite,
like they should.
The first Dynamite, it was Kenny Omega and John Moxley. That was the main event.
And the first Dynamite, no, it was a 3-man tag, a 6-man tag. It was Jericho, Pride and Powerful versus the Elite. Moxley showed up at the end to DDT.
Oh, it became a Moxley and Kenny Omega thing for 20 minutes in the middle of that match. That's what happened.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised that for that first show, Kenny was a big enough star to be in that moment in the main segment at the end of the show, and now he has to get the people to watch the new show at the beginning. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm too stuck in my ways, but I would assume that the guy that's supposed to be the number one in your company would still hold the number one position at the end and not be in the number one segment of your new show. It just seems off.
Is this a 2-hour show?
Yeah, I believe so.
If this is a 2-hour show, you telling me you're going to put Kenny Omega on at...
Oh, no, it's a 1-hour show.
It's 1 hour. Okay, that's different.
The most important man on my programming, you got Roman Reigns is not going to be wrestling at the top of the show.
No, he's
but he's talking.
But he's going to be talking. He's going to be.
That's why main event Jey Uso became a theme, because Jey Uso was wrestling in the main event against the guys that Roman Reigns was
but what was happening in that first segment? Roman Reigns was saying, "Guess what? This is what you're going to see at the end of the show. And it's going to involve me."
Yeah, but
it's going to involve me. What I'm saying is we've been talking about SmackDown being the A show. A lot of that is because SmackDown has been on Roman Reigns' back. He is the premier person on that show. If Kenny Omega is premier enough to hold the world title and be this guy that everybody, the collector and all this shit, why has he got to open up the show? Why he ain't got enough juice to be in the main event?
Late night on Fridays.
Then why put a show on Fridays? This is what I'm saying. Like, none of this is making any sense to me.
If they start off like Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I can watch this shit tomorrow.
I can watch that shit at 10:45."
You can have a dope, if it's an hour show, you can have a really dope opening match, a really strong mid-card match, and then a strong main event.
So I think you got to look at the question you asked is why have a new show, right? And they haven't done an amazing job with. One of the things I don't think they've done a good job with is fleshing out a mid card.
Right.
I think the idea is going to be to shine like Davis is saying, shine your women up who are starting to come along, but they also struggled kind of getting the division over, and you're getting your mid card over. So this is your B show, but remember this is your B show. You don't want Kenny Omega closing Wednesdays and Fridays.
Yeah,
that's not fair. I know if I had to close at my job.
Wait, no, but
remember niggas used to had to close.
What was the main event of the first SmackDown though? I'm not saying I remember, but what was the main event of the first SmackDown?
SmackDown on Fox.
No, the first SmackDown.
The Rock.
That was the main event.
The Rock versus Triple H, right?
I believe so.
I'm just saying. I mean,
I don't think they play the same role, especially with the show. Like I said, this starts at 10 o'clock at night.
Now, who's their man? Who's their guy? They don't have one, is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying this isn't a show for the guy. This show is like the type of show that would end in like a scientific match between like Don Morocco and Ricky Steamboat.
Listen to what you said.
The show this is going to be.
You said this isn't the show for the guy, and the guy that holds their main title is opening this show.
Because it's the first one.
This is the first one.
This isn't a show. He's not wrestling on this show.
He's wrestling the first match. It's going to be an opening.
We don't know.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, this isn't going to be the show where you see a bunch of Kenny Omega matches.
Correct.
It's not.
I'm not. I can't say that because we're one show in. I'll wait and see if that's correct. Because again, they're also loading up the first show with 3 title matches. That's a big state, but it's a big statement. I'm not saying every show is going to be 3 title matches, but that's a lot to load.
It's going to be 5.
We'll see.
First show is going to be 5.
I think we'll see. I still think it's interesting that Kenny Omega's in that position, but I'm willing to wait another 6 months until people will start to understand what I'm trying to say.
Apparently, it was Steve Austin, Stone Cold, and The Rock against The Undertaker and Triple H was first main event of SmackDown,
which is a primetime show.
There's no bigger.
Was that 9?
There's going to be no bigger show, especially if CM Punk is on the show next week. There's going to be no bigger show in pro wrestling than that show. Is what I'm saying.
But that's the thing is they'll use this first couple of weeks or whatever to draw people in. But this show isn't going to be a show. It starts at 10 o'clock at night.
This is so Dynamite can just focus on the world title, the tag titles, which they care about the most, and then whatever big story is going on.
It gives them a chance to flesh out divisions.
So then what's Rampage then?
The extra shit, the TNT title and the women.
So then what's Elevation?
That's what I thought.
That's just to boost up the records.
And then what's Dark?
That's what I thought this shit was.
Because none of this shit makes any sense to me.
Dark is dark matches.
Yeah.
No, Dark is dark people.
Dark is dark people.
Elevation is something. Dynamite's the A show, and Rampage is the show that Kenny Omega opened.
Elevation is dark people high.
Elevation's supposed to be their NXT.
Elevation is nigga, you wrestling on the 6th floor today. That's what it is. Take this read.
You got a match too?
Dark is so when they air the records, like someone is 22-8. It's like that's what Dark is. So like
I'm sorry. I don't know if I need Keeks to explain it to me or what, but none of this makes any sense to me at all.
Yeah, I got big swole tonight.
We'll see.
Lance also on the card.
What'd you say, fam?
No, Big Swole will definitely.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Hey.
No, she was on the timeline.
Yeah,
it's known.
She said, "This is me. This is my medication right here."
Yeah.
But so if AEW has Adam Cole, CM Punk, and Bryan Danielson,
who's main eventing on Rampage?
CM Punk would probably be a fixture on Rampage, like how the initial idea to bring back Bret Hart in was to carry Thunder. That was the initial idea.
So none of those guys are going to.
Them niggas ain't going on Rampage
a lot. None of those guys are going to be on TV a lot. Those guys are going to be special attractions.
And don't forget, Rampage will be the TNT show once they move to once Dynamite moves to TBS next year. That's
so Rampage. Rampage might end up being Nitro. Because Thunder was on TBS and that was a way worse show. I don't know.
Like, where do we see it in 2 years? Is it still a thing, or did they shoot themselves in the foot now?
The number one pro wrestling company in America.
It depends on where Raw and SmackDown are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just saying, like, are they basically like Icarus flying too close to the sun, thinking that we can get all this talent, we can do a second show? WWE's crumbling in some aspects.
I would say yes. I would say yes if AEW's fan base wasn't so loyal. They pay, they show up, and they support the product. So as long as they continue and they have fun doing it.
And WWE niggas be sitting.
Gosh darn right, and we have fun doing it.
It's facts.
This ain't Roman Reigns.
Well, that's because they're still like Roman Reigns can't wrestle, is like, come on.
As long as AEW fans will still show up and support what AEW is doing, AEW is going to be fine. You know, right now.
And once Shad Khan pulls the funding, it's a wrap. That's where it's done.
Right. I think the thing is they're going on 2 years of Dynamite.
2 years. Oh, they're not about to have 2 years. And
it's about 2 years since they've been on regular TV. I think the quarantine has probably extended their freshman year. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's still a lot of rose-colored glasses being worn when it comes to how their overall product is discussed. They're not criticized.
Happened to me now.
I'm telling you, they're not criticized the way other companies are. You know what I mean? And I mean, for a lot of it is because they're doing good work by their fan base. But I think it's going to be a bit before I think reality is going to set in for fans when there's no, unless they're fucking superhuman and can continue to serve their fans the way their fans want to be dealt, they're going to have to fall down at some point. It's inevitable.
What's funny is because the episodes I was listening to yesterday, they were from December of 2019 and January of 2020. And Kyle, you had said, like, when does the give AEW, an early chance end? COVID hit, so it's like anything that's happening right now is an asterisk, just like for WWE.
Yeah.
WWE was able to actually put people on, like we saw the rise of Bobby Lashley, Golden Role Models, Street Profits, all that. The people blossomed more than the shows did. Dynamite, it was tricky.
Yeah, but that's why you have a supportive fan base to keep you going. Shit, these niggas went to go see the show. These two, they was in the building.
Shit was fire.
Yeah, see? As long as AEW continue to do that, they're going to be good for a minute. But it'll be interesting to see. And also, I think with the Delta variant, and they're already pushing movie releases back. Like, this shit could go on throughout the rest of the year. Like, it might be a grand opening, grand closing on fans. Right? I saw one WWE rumor. They said they might not. Last week they were saying they didn't know if they were going to be live, and they might have to find a Thunderdome situation if this shit keeps going on.
Is Delta variant Electric Boogaloo?
COVID-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that story really was about WWE more so thinking about planning for another shutdown or not being able to have fans in the building.
No facts.
To like the wishful thinking of AEW, like, oh no.
Well, no, yeah, no, yeah.
Isn't the fight off this week? Wasn't that announced this week? The Errol Spence Pacquiao fight was supposed to be the same night.
Well, somebody else is just fighting.
Somebody else is fighting.
Yeah, they switched one of the competitors. Okay. But what I'm saying is we might be in a situation where these
that probably helps them more though.
It could. It less attention to the fight
versus a stand-in. Yeah.
These rose-colored glasses that are being extended because of COVID could be going throughout the rest of the year when we thought they were going to be getting let up. What you just see, fam?
Some ass.
Alrighty. It's not that didn't look like a Demon Time look. That looked like a nigga what?
Niggas is wild today.
Niggas is definitely wild. And did y'all watch that video of Keith Lee talking about where he been at for the first half of the year?
I did, and it sounded pretty
I've not
much
seen
what I
it
thought. It sounded like exactly what I thought happened.
He confirmed that he got COVID.
And then things got. He had another very serious, and that's the thing you can tell is something serious medical wise. The nigga heart was swollen up.
Yeah,
And that's what took Eddie off of it. You know what I'm saying? The nigga had a serious ailment, and what could you do?
you got. I mean, the one thing he said was, "Look, it's serious. You got. There's nothing else more important than taking care of this right now." And it sounds like it was good that he made that decision as opposed to trying to skate around it or anything. May not
Even
be.
though-
It said he gave me, he gave me and him the COVID.
Yeah,
Instead
but it
of
would
niggas is blaming me, and
blaming
him.
her for it. Niggas is trash though. Like that. That's always anytime something happens. It's the pro wrestling woman that he's sharing a bed with. That's the same shit they just did to Naomi.
All right, no, to be fair though, again, Chelsea Green was wrong thinking that like, oh, let's just stitch you up at the hotel instead of taking you to the goddamn hospital.
I will say that was a different situation because they shared those photos.
You know how much it costs to call an ambulance?
No, I know it's expensive, but I don't know how much it costs. I wouldn't do it.
Like
I wouldn't do it. I ain't got that.
Shout out to JP.
Where my
Man,
niggas at?
Damn.
100%. Yeah.
He had to. Never mind. Damn.
JP said, nigga, don't call an ambulance.
I got you.
Don't do it. Like, yo, my parents gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying calling. I'm saying like drive his ass to the hospital. Like,
You have
We ain't
to.
got no cars.
no, not you. I'm saying Chelsea
Oh,
Green and
okay.
Matt Cardona.
It wasn't no Uber either.
Wasn't no Uber.
It wasn't no Uber.
Were you running in so you couldn't be like,
It was
Damn,
just a
niggas.
yellow hole.
Niggas was down bad on the corner. Man down, man down,
My son got his finger chopped off.
man
I think
down.
the first time I heard ambulance pronounced like that is LL Cool J NCIS LA when he's like, man down, man, someone call an ambulance. And I was like,
Call ambulance.
Did you just say ambulance? I looked at my
ambulance.
mom and it was like,
Ambulance.
yeah.
Amber lamps. I like amber lamps.
Ambulance.
I had never heard it pronounced like that before.
You never saw that video where the white dude and the black dude was fighting on the bus?
You sent that to me later when like when the guy beats his ass, right? Yeah.
That nigga was leaking. She said
Yeah.
he's leaking.
To me is crazy.
Yeah, no, no.
So
Why are you sending those videos?
that's just
What
that's
other
internet
video? I don't want him
gold.
to send any other type of video.
That's internet gold. That nigga,
That's for you and him, Matt. That's for you.
the black man was trying to talk shit to the white man because he thought the white man was racist, right? The white man, older dude, socked him in his nose, and this shit was leaking. His shit was dripping, and she said, "Oh God," because Shorty had been filming for like 6 minutes. Oh God, he leaking. He got blood dripping from his lips. He's talking about call an ambulance. Call the ambulance.
Like some AJ Gray shit.
That motherfucker was leaking.
Yeah, did you ever see what did the nigga's shirt say that beat Buddy up though? The white man.
Wasn't it kind of racist
I
or
hate Buddy, yo.
no?
Bus fight, amber lamps.
I had to tell a lady today, I hate Buddy.
AC Epic Beard Man. Jesus, that was his meme name. What a Black
Yeah,
Betty.
you look-
Like the shirt was like I am a mother. Like it was like I am.
It was like I am motherfucker or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Oh my! I'm sorry. I'm actually looking at the video right now.
Like you're a motherfucker. Damn right, I am that.
I think the back of the shirt, it literally is in big letters. It says "I am." And I think underneath it says "motherfucker," something like that. This shit, yeah. Go.
It was American Badass Undertaker.
Do a search for AC Transit bus fight. That was AC in Oakland, California. Damn, that was 11 years ago.
Makes total sense now.
that was your grandfather, Drew? You knew that, man?
I hated riding the bus in Antioch.
That was Thomas Brousseau. That was your man's. No, anyway. Well, I guess because at the end of the Keith Lee video was kind of just like, yeah, we're gonna keep going. But he's not been on TV since. Has he been on since he lost to Riddle, that Riddle match or whatever?
No, he just beat Kevin Cross last week.
He won.
Right?
He beat.
Yeah, last week.
He was on.
Lost him the week before.
He wasn't on this past Monday.
I don't think so.
No.
He doesn't really have a program. I'm hoping that him releasing this video is kind of like the start of him like really getting back into the swing of things.
Well, it's like who's next after? Like no pun intended. No pun intended, because it's like after Lashley Goldberg, who's next for Bobby Lashley?
Right.
Because Damian Priest will probably take the title off Sheamus, so like Keith Lee going to the U.S. title really doesn't make sense. Kofi Kingston comes back and feuds with.
Is Drew still in that beef with the Maharaja?
Yeah.
Yo, we got to talk about. You can't be calling
I can't call him. I only call him the Maharaja because your cousin calls him the Maharaja.
Nah, I'm talking about. I'm all this weird stuff with America's Moist Wanted and the drip sticks, and I hate that stuff.
America's Moist Wanted?
Yeah.
That's gross.
Oh, so y'all niggas don't watch Raw. You don't watch Raw.
Who the fuck is Moist Wanted?
This Miz.
That's what's the name?
This is why like the Miz.
That's Johnny Drip, right?
I don't ever had an audio on.
Doesn't he have a T-shirt that says America's Moist Wanted or something like that?
The nigga be having a little thing, and he was like, "Oh, he hit him with the drip stick," and what's his name? Be on commentary, wilding out. Oh, that was a full load. He hit him with. Oh my god, I gotta go.
That's slapping his knee and shit.
I mute those segments anytime I see him pushing Miz down with the wheelchair.
You know, Miz stood up this week.
I did see that. I did see that he's not.
It's
he's
a
not.
miracle.
Back down.
It's a miracle.
Sound bitch.
Who are they beef? They're still beefing with Damian Priest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, kind of Matt Riddle too.
But Riddle's got Orton though, right? That's it. That's got to be it now.
Actually, it looks like Orton is kind of coming around. They're at that part of the feud.
Well, that's not going to be the match of SummerSlam. Them two facing each other.
No, it's probably them winning the titles together.
Yeah.
He RKO'd him on Raw, and then they still cool.
But it's going to be like, you know what? Like again, it's Randy Orton. Like, come, I'm Randy Orton. Come on, like comes with the territory.
It happens.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
It's pro wrestling.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's if it's not Bobby Lashley.
And Matt Riddle's so high, he's like, "What, you RKO'd me?"
I dreamed it. I thought I dreamed it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
If it's not Bobby Lashley or the New Day, is there anybody else I care about on Raw?
No.
I don't think so.
That's the thing about Raw.
I like Damian Priest. I don't like him in this. I want to see him doing something.
I think they're establishing like some clear cut good guy, bad guy stuff, because some of the stuff he was doing was in between the stuff with the.
That's the tricky thing with him. It's like it's not like he's a bad baby face, but he's also not like a great heel. He's really the ultimate tweener.
But they're kind of trying to define those lines for him.
They have to, yeah.
It's in this feud right now.
One thing I'm noticing, and I think it's because A, I'm older, and B, I think there's just a lot of new pro wrestling fans who don't really understand. I think a lot of people are impatient, and myself included. I think genuinely we think that we know what makes more sense, and we probably do, and we want to see that, but we forget that to get to there, you have to have the Damian Priest fluff fuse with the Miz, and then maybe another one before. I get it. I just wish it was somebody other than this Miz Johnny Drip. I'm not a fan of whatever Morrison and Miz are doing right now. I haven't been for about a year and change, but right now, nope.
I mean, you didn't like them getting attacked by zombies? Because I mean, legitimately, if pro wrestling, if WWE had a injury report Miz would be out with zombie bites. Right?
This nigga's a whole zombie. I respect catching the check.
Out here with an ankle. We've got Miz got a zombie bite.
He's the Walking Dead. Try to eat me.
You kind of group him in with the COVID.
I was trying to find a clean copy of Rick Ross. Have y'all seen the video of Rick Ross? They say he got the COVID. He got the fungus.
Yes, I have seen that.
I couldn't. I was unsuccessful in finding. I want to make that a drop. The COVID. That nigga's funny.
That shows how long COVID's been going on. That you're like, we should make that a drop because this shit's gonna keep going up.
Too long.
I'm telling you that Delta variant fucking up.
When the quarantine was still in effect.
Niggas say, God dang, COVID got Jadakiss longevity.
It's facts. But it's because niggas they want to go outside. I understand it, but you gotta wait. Just like we gotta wait for Damian Priest to be whoever we want Damian Priest to be. You gotta wait for outside to be better. But speaking of Raw,
Whoa.
Hey, we ain't talking no Xavier Woods and Paige. They were chanting "We want Wyatt" during the Alexa Bliss segment on Raw. That's fucked up.
Yo, they actually had they pulled off effects, visual effects during the match where she was wrestling. It was a Dewdrop, right? And they had
From Scotland.
they had the doll wink at Dewdrop, and so effectively it drew her attention, and then she got rolled up.
I mean,
Ring psychology.
my only thing is when niggas like Math and all these people I work with were so hyped for the Fiend.
Not me. No.
The one thing they wanted was Alexa Bliss to join and be Sister Abigail or whatever. They gave you what you want.
They didn't.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
Like y'all asked for that. The problem is it's
to give the people.
It's like the genie. You be careful what you wish for.
But I don't think you got it.
Because you didn't. But the thing is, you didn't know that while you got Sister Abigail, she was basically taking all of Bray Wyatt's Infinity Stones because they knew that he wasn't trying to be around.
No, you can't.
Bray's Infinity Stones were his promos.
You can't really say that, Cal, because
why?
Because nobody knew Brody Lee was gonna pass.
I'm saying regardless, the stories that I'm hearing is Bray is A, very protective of the character, and B, wasn't feeling the creative. After what? I don't know what time. I don't know when that happened. Is what I'm saying.
When did Alexa Bliss come into the picture?
Months ago.
I think it was almost the same time, December.
It had to be earlier than that. When did she?
Because he passed away in December.
But they were already a thing for a minute before then.
No, but her being like evil.
I'm saying
I think right after that.
She aligned with him. One sec. July 31st, 2020. Yeah, Bliss's involvement with the Fiend would continue in the coming months, with Bliss going into a trance and using his finisher, Sister Abigail. She was aligned with him officially October 2nd. So it was at least the last half of last year. What I'm saying, I think it sucks because there's a lot that happened. Brody passed in the same time when Bray Wyatt was already out in storyline. Right. He probably took more time because of obviously his one of his homies passing away, very early, very abruptly during this whole time. While that was happening, Reggie Noble was turning into Redman on Raw. Every week she was beat. How many times did she beat Asuka with some supernatural shit? She took all the powers.
Don't forget she beat Randy Orton.
That was after.
That
right?
was after, but what I'm saying is the seeds had already been sown.
I don't know if you can say that because I think at that point in time he was controlling her.
Yeah, I'm saying when she became full on like the female
Was that
version of him is after. I think that's right after. Yeah, I think that's 2021.
But I think it may not make a difference because if this was what it was going to be, then this was already the plan going into it. It would have probably been the plan this time last year to get her to that position.
And don't forget the Mania moment with him and the match with him and Randy Orton didn't matter. It's her showing up in the fucking toy box.
But again, at that point,
it was over.
At that point, we don't like. At that point, Bray was probably just coming back to fulfill a contract obligation. Not been around for a bit. That's probably when he thought he was supposed to come, and it made sense because it was X amount of weeks before Mania and that whole shit happening. But who knows? He probably was. It sounds like they were already on thin ice at that point, especially when we saw what the actual Mania match was. Because again, it was all about her, and it had shit to do with him. And then he was gone after the fact. It sounds like it was. That's why I'm saying it's hard. There's a mixture of things that have been going on. I think it's hard to say that it was one way. I think it's hard to say it was the other way. It's probably somewhere in the middle. But either way, people shadily got the Sister Abigail, Alexa Bliss that they had been wanting, and now they don't want it. It sucks for her because she ain't do shit. She ain't do shit but what she was told to do.
She accepted this challenge.
She did her job.
You seen Saw, right?
I seen Saw.
Yeah.
She accepted that shit.
But she ain't had no choice. You might as well put the shit around her head and be like, "Yo, either you gonna wrestle this match or I'm gonna rip your head apart starting at your jaw." She ain't got nothing else to do but do the fucking match. That's her job.
No, it was like, you're always injured. If you don't start wrestling, you see the releases, you're next.
But Drip, what I'm saying, fuck all that for a second. She's a WWE employee. If they give her a script and they say, you are Sister Abigail. But that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is at a certain point, she's doing nothing but her job, and she's having to avoid the timeline because these pricks who wanted her in that position now don't want her in a position because the game has changed. That sucks.
Yeah, Chelsea Green was begging for a role like that.
Chelsea Green is fighting for her fucking name. Did y'all see that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just saw the headline.
Gave it to her.
They gave it to her, but she had to fight for her. She had to fight for her name being trademarked. Her actual name is crazy. She shouldn't have signed that fucking deal, but that's fucking crazy. She should have been Chelsea Blue or some shit like that. Just switch up the name.
That's funny as shit. Chelsea Green and Jace.
Switch the fucking name. It's your name.
Chelsea Turquoise.
Why would you give him that much power in whatever you sign that contract? To your name.
Well, again, Mr. Grant is the devil, so like.
Math, you gonna go Math Damon, WWE superstar Math Damon, or would you be fucking Russell Jones or whatever your name would be?
Russell Michelle.
Spell math with F's.
Like, that's smart. That's smart. That is very smart.
Again, like the 1, 2, 3 kid went by 6. He's like, I'm just gonna add the numbers.
That nigga was high.
Call me that shit.
They said,
that's a fact. Almost definitely.
He said, "How many pills you got for me after the match?" They said,
6. 6.
I mean, he did 6.
6 God, yo.
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna be? Friday nights is done. We can't go out no more on Friday nights.
You said it earlier. Like, what's all plans?
We ain't going out.
I'm saying. In a perfect non-COVID world,
I'm outside. Fuck.
Are we in the summer?
Come on, niggas.
I catch wrestling on Saturday morning.
That's a lot of wrestling on a Saturday morning.
92.
Hey,
that's a whole episode of Raw on 2 different recordings at 10 in the morning on a Saturday.
Fast forward. With coffee, I watch that shit on fast forward.
Yeah, on the Hulu on the shitter. On the urinal, sitting on the urinal,
sitting on the urinal,
reverse
with Niagara Falls.
Oh shit!
there is that South Park episode where Butter's like, "No, you sit on the toilet like this. That way you can have your comic book and your cereal."
Wait,
yo, that is disgusting.
That is disgusting. Eating on the toilet is disgusting, right? Niggas be eating on the toilet?
No, nigga.
Niggas take food in the bathroom?
Niggas take food in bathroom at work.
Yeah, that shit is disgusting. Niggas do that shit. People do that.
I work with a lot of black women, champ.
No, of course. Yeah, that's not happening.
My job.
It's not everywhere. Trust me, it's not everywhere.
They talk about you immediately.
Nigga walk in the bathroom with a chocolate chip cookie and shit.
I've done it.
Yeah, so it doesn't shock me given you're like this with the rappers.
Wait, you've done, but all right.
Nigga,
by the time you go piss, how much cookie is you're not pissing with half a cookie hanging out your mouth.
I was just about to say, fam
hold on real quick.
He turns around with the cookie in his like,
and I got a cookie in my mouth because sitting on the urinal.
Hey,
what is wrong with you?
Hey, you a nasty nigga.
You nasty.
You are.
That's gross.
Fuck. So we still got. If you guys haven't copped, you got a week left. Finesse Pack is still available.
Man, this is some real shit right here.
No pun intended. Link will be in the description down below. Raffle tickets are $10 a piece, 5 for 40. Some heavy hitters have already entered, so if you're trying to get,
while the guy was sitting down, he was ordering the shit. He was like, "Hang on."
That's disgusting. That's math order doing the T-shirt order on the shitter at work. Let me get 40 of the double X.
Matt FaceTimes him, was like, "Yeah, I'm on. It doesn't fucking matter."
No, you don't do that.
Nah, that's a violation.
They yelled at me. I'll be in the bathroom on the phone, and I was on.
That's another.
They said no bathroom polos.
Like, nah, my nigga, I'm skipping all that.
Now, mind you, I didn't have my meat out. Like, I was just sitting on the toilet. But they said no.
Little people know that Cal was talking to Bianca Belair while he was in the bathroom. He's like, "So WrestleMania."
Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Hang on a moment.
I can't do that. I am Drip. I am the most professional person you've ever met when it comes to this interview game.
Oh, it's probably Brian H. Waters and then you.
All my interviews are done right in this chair. Next week, I was gonna say we've got the Finesse Pack. Get your raffle tickets because next week we're going live.
Niggas wiping their ass to the front, yo. That's wild.
No. What? No. What? Why?
Wipe your ass from the back.
Why?
All right. Never mind.
You wipe your ass from the back.
No, I was about to say, never.
Why would you wipe it to the front?
No, hell no. I was about to say, like, do you stand or are you sitting down? Like,
it depends.
No, but there are
niggas be like,
niggas bad up with it.
Like, no, I gotta get all the way in there. Hold on.
Because I remember
clean this. I gotta clean this motherfucker out.
When Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta had their like own show on High Spots, that was a question they would ask. They'd be like, "How do you wipe?" And they'd ask like Ricochet, Roderick Strong, and then they ask like Rich Swann in the background. He's like, "I stand." He's like, "Sometimes I look in the mirror." And
wait. You said former Impact World Champion Rich Homie Swann stands up to wipe his ass after he takes his shit.
No.
And you
stands
niggas
and
telling me
spreads
you ain't on,
looking in the mirror.
on his level. You niggas are crazy.
I mean,
it's called a recall.
That was good.
I stand.
You stand?
I ain't trying to be like.
Wait, Drip. You stand?
You gotta stand.
Your shit Twizzler ain't clean. Your shit Twizzler ain't clean, son.
Drip got a good digestive tract, is what you're saying? It's just
you gotta get in the Twizzler. You gotta get in the Twizzler. You know what I'm saying?
No, what I'm saying is I'm trying to be clean, unlike most of these white people in the world.
You gotta clean your shit Twizzler out, Drip.
I get it. Drip. don't remember how we got here. I don't remember how we got to wipe. Never mind. We got a live show next week. We will be announcing the raffle winners. Y'all winning the finesse pack. We gonna be live. We might have.
Are we live?
I'm not gonna say what may be there, what may not be there, but I heard it might be a special occasion. We'll see. And then, for everybody who's been asking, you don't have you can enter the raffle, but just watch for August 20th. For those who've been wondering, keep it locked. Again, at Black Rasslin on Instagram if you want to be in tune to what's going on when any merch drops early. It'll be there first. But before we get out of here, what's up?
Hit the follow on this here YouTube channel to get the best info on the drop.
Right now, we sit at 497 subscribers.
If you watching, you're on the YouTube and that subscribe button is red. Change that.
Facts.
Change that shit. Shouts out to the people been watching and starting to follow too. I fuck with you. That's crazy. Before we get out of here, y'all got a Black Rass of the week?
Gable Stevenson.
Ooh.
He will be
potential WWE superstar. Yeah. Even though he did say that he's considered MMA as well.
Yeah, he said he gonna talk to everybody, but he said, "I know, man. He know where the money resides.
Exactly.
You know where the money resides.
Yeah.
You better have him.
What the what? What the money reside? What the money reside? What the money reside? What the money reside?
And Vince McMahon's like, I'm not just gonna let Kurt Angle be the only Olympic gold medalist
in WWE history. The best. He's gonna be better than Kurt Angle.
I can understand if he wants that as the someone like him as like the prototype for the new NXT. I can understand that thing.
He might be a Tamara Mensah stock as well. Who knows? They might be looking for the thoroughbreds who could just go and mold them up to something new on the main roster.
She would just throw Sasha Banks around and that.
No, she's a fucking beat. Her and Bianca Belair slapping each other in the middle of the ring would be amazing.
Slapping meats.
Slapping meats.
Yeah,
full forearms.
Seen a whole video like that the other day.
You got a Black Rasslin.
Airwolf. You know what it is.
Already.
Airwolf.
Already. Trip.
I'll go with Bianca Belair. Last Friday night, she had a hell of a promo.
She doing her thing. Shouts to Bianca.
With Sasha Banks and Zelina Vega.
Shit was fire.
It's fam
she said, I'm going to talk shit to you, and then you over there.
Fam said, I think she probably is the perfect baby face right now. She might be the most babyest babyface. Yeah.
Turn on you whores.
That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. And I want it to be I want it to happen in a couple of years. Yeah, give it some time.
I'd like to see her pin all four of the four horsewomen.
Yeah.
So
she did mention that. Yeah.
So it would be pinning Charlotte next, then turning and pinning Becky.
Becky would be the one.
Becky's a heel in that scenario to me, but
Becky's cheeks, but that's
exactly
a story.
Hey, that's the real belt collector shit. Pinning all four horsewomen.
I'm tired of that. What did I see? Becky Lynch. She's going to be in attendance at some. Come on. Don't talk about it till you about to announce her, or make it an angle. Bitch ass. I'm sorry, Trip. You got Black Rass of the week?
Yeah, I said Bianca Belair. That's what I went to the whole.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Fuck Becky Lynch. That was the PSA.
I think I'm gonna go with Savannah Evans. She's Impact now.
Yep.
She kicked homegirl head clean off her shoulders too. She about to be Diesel? Is this a Shawn Michaels Diesel situation over there? She looked like the Muscle.
She's a good sized lady.
Yeah.
She's a good sized lady.
Yeah, she's a good sized lady.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it when they were standing in the middle of the ring. I guess Impact's literally happening while we're taping, so I don't know what's next. But it's again.
Hey, did anybody get a chance to check the replay? I guess the live.
I was just
Jobber
about to ask
Slam
that.
Hit the web this week. I was wondering if you could see Math and Crystal B arguing.
I was
need to check
more
it
interested in seeing if Cody Dre or his commentary was
Cody
hot.
Dre.
Nah, he'd never survived that.
That nigga was comatose.
No, I've heard through sources.
And that nigga was in there wilding. Yeah,
Wow.
matter of fact, check the
fuck
Patreon.
out.
Check the Patreon.
Oh,
I tell y'all niggas what it hit the Patreon.
But yeah, on Title Match
I'll tell y'all
Network.
niggas about it.
Yeah, the Jobber Slam hit title match the other day. You can see Savannah Evans and Darius Carter. You can see that 6-man tag. There's a lot. It's Big Swole getting the belt. There's a lot of good shit on there. Run that. You said title match.
Title Match
Wrestling.
Yeah, $9.99 I think is what their service.
Shit, that's a steal.
Yeah.
A month,
that-
yeah.
Yo, niggas just still hit me like, yo, that was you, yo, in this picture, and then it'd be a screenshot and it'd be me talking.
Being like,
that was me.
That's racist. You gotta fight them niggas one of these days, or get Drip to fight. Get Banks to fight him. He said it. Look, get him.
Nah, this
I
time
know.
it
Like I
was-
said, like the move
Yeah,
is to
this
throw
time-
me like Darby Allin. Like that's how I take guys out and fight. Like, like
You ready?
yeah, exactly.
Wait.
Yeah,
Drip. That nigga Drip tie his shirt around his waist. This how I fight.
You ready?
Tie his shirt
like
around.
what do you? I gotta do like the Jeff Hardy when like he steps on Matt Hardy's back and there's like the into the corner.
Wait, you know what? Before we get out of here, months ago, somebody was trying to get us to cancel Darby Allin because they said he was a
Fuck him.
Nazi. I haven't heard any word. There was talk about him. There was there's allegations of abuse and stuff with a former girlfriend of his. She said she talked about the story, and then I think it was last year, and I guess over the weekend, she quote tweeted one of her old tweets and said it was Darby Allin, and even showed screenshots of Darby Allin's, I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend, apparently in her
his
DMs.
ex-wife, Gigi Dolan on NXT is his ex-wife.
But she was the one. But no, because there was someone that was sticking up for Darby Allin.
Yeah, I think she was saying like
that was
like,
her in
he
the
was
DMs.
Pretty sure, yeah. Formerly Priscilla Kelly and Evolve and all that.
Right. I just thought it was interesting that Mans tried to cancel him for vague Nazi stuff, but I've not heard one word about these sex, or I'm not saying sex. They were like emotional and physical abuse allegations from, I guess, this old relationship from a couple of years back. I don't know if anything's proven.
You've been dead for a minute.
I'm gonna look at all the other guys that got allegations, and majority, again, Jordan Devlin's still on TV. They said that they found nothing in his.
Still rocking with your man,
investigating.
Riddle.
Yeah, but didn't they prove that she was Fugazi?
She ended up dropping that herself.
She
which
dropped
was a move of like either they made either it was fake, like, or she came to an agreement or something.
Yeah.
Her
Again, the what?
Her joint seemed wild before though. Like he was like, "Look, I got this crazy broad, son."
It was definitely, there was some history there going into the situation. Not saying that she wasn't being truthful at all, but I think that made the situation a little different than some of the other allegations. But anyway,
Shout out to number 51 taking the L.
Who?
Number 51 is a nasty nigga, boy.
I don't fucking know. Let these people know where they can find y'all on social media, please.
Hey man, help Pam79 on your social media choice, but more importantly, every single weekend at Where's Buffy.com. You already know what it is.
Facts.
Math at Math Damon, you already know.
True.
And first, again, like I said, it's a year. Pardon if y'all.
Facts.
I've told y'all before that every week I look forward to this more than anything. Obviously, I'm grateful that you still have me on the show again from what was supposed to be end of the month.
Cap. That's a lie.
What was supposed to be like an end of the month appearance turned into something weekly. And again, it kind of helped me put Banks versus Davis, which is just kind of like my Where's Buffy. You want to hear me talk other shit. But this right here has always been the highest priority, and it's been brought so much joy to my life.
You gonna stun on you when you talking.
You gonna break
Again,
up
you guys have been through the highs and lows, especially this year with some stuff. But again, I love all y'all, fam, Cal, Math.
I ain't gonna cry, nigga.
Next year in Dallas.
That nigga will cry.
Next year in Dallas. Drip, get ready.
Next year in Dallas, Math gonna see Drip be like,
he's gonna see. Damn, he is that short and skinny. Like, damn.
nah, that's
He's like, I know I said in the mediums, but damn.
Facts. He'll pick you up, use you as a Q-tip.
But nah, I mean, legit, I'm always grateful. I know, again, all the listeners who were very welcoming to me when I first showed up.
Man, we love white people.
Still,
white people, prisoners.
No, that's what's up. We rock with you, Drip. Again, you wouldn't still be here if we didn't rock with you, to be honest.
Yeah, and again, you probably could have picked someone like Jabo or Zero, who's more qualified.
Look,
Mike Sempervivi.
Yeah, it's accurate. You know what? Hey, get this nigga out of here. Call one of them.
But I think it works because I'm white, I'm younger. It's this stupid fucking light.
He is white. He's a white man.
But obviously, again, and shout out to all the people you guys have introduced me to. Brian H. Waters, those wrestling girls.
Look,
Perry, we love wrestling.
We just champions trying to take you on that journey. You know what I'm saying?
Public enemies. Yeah. But you can find me on Twitter at Davis aka Drip, Instagram Davis Colm DC. I will be your next BRP predictions champion because when I get me and my girl are gonna have a live sex celebration.
Hold on, listen, not with that title.
I am.
Yeah, if y'all
on the Black Rasslin YouTube.
Yeah,
nope. All right, first off, that's not happening. Second, if you and your girl have sex anywhere near this belt, when you lose it, disinfect.
No.
Take the shit to the car wash, run it through the car wash.
Nope, get a new one.
Just go ahead. Listen, just go ahead, bubble wrap that belt and find out how much the postage is going to be to hand over.
if Drip wins this, it's your belt. This is my belt.
Hey, Cal, just sign the whole.
I'm gonna tell you the phony. I know
that's what I'm gonna legit
part.
Put a nameplate on it.
The worst part is when it say either I had a belt and it goes to Matt or Matt has a belt and it goes to me. That'll be the phoniest one because there's no penalty. No, I'm just
bullshit. I'm gonna just drop this bitch off. Be home.
I'm putting a value food bag. Putting a value food bag and tied on the door.
You're gonna throw that shit whatever river is near Severn and be like, go get it.
Like a fucking newspaper, yeah. It'll be sitting on the damn front lawn.
Hey, Cal, what's your name on it? It's over.
Is it?
Through the car window.
I mean, we're gonna have to pick. We're gonna be doing our SummerSlam predictions live on the show next week. SummerSlam is next weekend.
Summerfest.
I don't think I'm losing this belt at Summerfest, but we'll see. I'm at Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is the website. And as always, find the Black Rasslin Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, wherever you get your podcasts, we there. Most importantly, YouTube.com/Black Rasslin. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tap the fuck in because ain't no other podcast doing it like we doing.
Subscribe.
And if y'all need to subscribe everywhere. Yeah. On this motherfucker right there, most importantly. Nothing but heat.
Content.
If it's another pod, and that's a year's worth of insanity of this pod is on that YouTube.
Subscribe, nigga.
Tap in.
We'll talk.
Sit down, nigga.
Big facts. Well, again, next week is going to be a whole live situation. We're going to have guests. We're going to have somebody. I don't know what's going to happen next week aside from announcing the winners.
Shit, we're going to get Chris Bey and Jay White. Oh, my.
We'll get one of those people, and one of them is not going to be white.
Like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked. I came up here to get paid.